welcome to Knitting with Rebby. I'm just kidding. So today I'm going to teach you about the long tail cast on. There are lots of cast ons that you may be required to learn depending on whatever you're going to be knitting. The long tail cast on, I would say I use in about 90% of the projects that I start. If you're going to learn any cast on, I would say it should be this one. Little honest moment here, I did not cast on my own projects for the first like 2 or 3 years that I was knitting. I feel a little embarrassed about that. People would say, oh my God, Rebecca, what a beautiful scarf, what a beautiful, whatever you knit. And I would say, thank you, I made it myself. But that was a lie. My mother would cast on everything for me because I was too chicken to learn. I just thought I was gonna mess it up or something. But I'm an adult now and I cast on my own stuff. I start my projects, I finish my projects, and you will too. I am here to teach you the cast-ons that, your mom's too busy to teach you. Your mom's got a life of her own. She can't do all your cast-ons. I can't do all your cast-ons. Teach a gal to fish, right? Teach a gal to cast on. She will knit for life. These are real gems that everyone should be writing down. The long tail cast on, like I said, is the most common, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do it. You'll have all these tools in your tool belt. So here we go. Ding! Okay. So here is the long tail cast on. So it's called a long tail cast on because we have a long tail. For this specific showing, I'm going to do like 15 stitches, let's do. But your project or your pattern will tell you how many stitches to cast on. So you look at it, you go, oh my God, how long do I need my tail to be? And I go, it's okay, I'll show you. You want to start with like a little bit of slack here, and then like I said, I'm going to do 15, so I just wind it around my needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's not for precision, it's just to get a gauge of how many times around the needle you need to go. So I did 15, and like I said, I gave a little wiggle room there, because the saddest thing in the world is when you get to the end and you have, that much yarn and you just have to go back and do it anyway. For 15, it's not that bad, but when you're doing like 100 stitches, it's very, very sad, and you'll cry all day. We're going to start with our long tail, and we need to do a slip knot. So we're going to start with a slip knot. I'm going to start with a slip knot, which is, I'll show you how to do it. You take it around your fingers, take the yarn around your fingers, do like a little knot, and come through the back of it. Bing, like that. Hello. Come around your fingers like that. One more time. Round through the back. This time I'll show you, put it on the needle as such. There we go. We have 2 parts to our yarn. We have the part here that is connected to the ball, and then we have the part here that is the long tail. We want the long tail to be facing us. Let's say you're looking at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have the long tail facing me. Do not fret, just turn it around. Very, very simple. So I'm going to teach you 2 different ways to do this cast on. Oof. So I'm going to teach you 2 different ways to do this cast on. The first way is a little bit slower, maybe more deliberate, but to me it makes more sense, especially if you're first starting out, because you can see exactly what you're doing, versus the second way, which is a little bit faster and it's like one swoopy motion, but it's a little bit trickier maybe for some people. So the first way that I'll teach you for the long tail cast on, remember you want to have your long tail facing you, and you just take it in your hand as such. So I just kind of have it draped on my hand, but I want to hold the bottom of it with my pinky and ring finger, and then have it wrapped around my thumb like this. This is the long tail. And then what I want to do is take my needle and rest it kind of like on the pad of your palm right here. Bring it behind here, and then take this yarn that's connected to the ball and wrap it around that side of the needle, and then bring this through like that. Show you again. So here I'm holding it here around this side of my thumb, and then this one around. Around this way here, and then wrap it around. This is the same kind of wrap that you do when you're knitting, right? So one more time, that way. So that is the first way to do it. The second way to do it is by holding both of them in one hand. I have both of them kind of going through my pinky and ring finger here. The back one I am keeping to the back by putting it behind my pointer finger, and the same kind of motion with your thumb in the front. So this one, same here, you go through the palm like this, through the back side of this loop, and then you're going to just pick up this back thread like that and then swing it through. So come through the bottom here and then swing it around like this. And then what you do is just bring your thumb back over the top. Okay, one more time like that. See how that one's like one motion? It's like shrink, schwank, schwunk. See? You kind of tighten it as you go. Schwink, schwank, schwunk. And those are technical terms that everyone, all knitters know. Like I said, this one can go really quick. See how it's just kind of one foul motion with your hand? But I kind of like doing this one because, as you can see, I do that one a little bit looser. That the one where it's one hand, I do really tight. Like you can even look at that. That's way tighter than this side. So I prefer kind of to do this one. So I'm coming around here and then back like that. I prefer that one personally, but you know, there's plenty of knitters that'll tell you that this one is the way to go. So it just depends on what's comfortable for you, which one you like better, and what your, you know, you'll figure out your own preference as time goes. So how many stitches do I have? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I have 18 here, and I said I was only going to do 15. But you see I have plenty left over. Because you'll take this, you'll sew it in at some point once you're done with your project. But you always want to make sure you have enough left over. So that's the long tail cast on. You can see it doesn't take that much time. We've done 18 stitches, and it was pretty quick. It's got this nice little like braid on the bottom. It's really, I mean, it's very versatile cast on, but make sure that you do it not so tight like this one. That's it.